Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot. If you watched my video last week, then you probably saw what I called the Deviant Moon Surprise, which is available on my website to purchase if you're interested in that. And I really I enjoyed making the video, and I like working with a bunch of different decks that were all created by the same artist. So I wanted to continue that this week with this episode. And today we're going to actually feature Chris Ann's decks, also known as Pixie Kuro, I believe, on the different socials and stuff. And you all know the Light Seers Tarot. You likely know the Muse Tarot as well, and of course the Tarot of Curious Creatures. These are the three decks that I have by Chris Ann. Now she might have more out, she might have Oracle decks and stuff like that, but these are the ones that I have, and they're fun decks, and I want to see how they work together, because using different decks, that's part of the reason we collect them, because we have different messages and they come out and they share different things. So we're going to do that today, as well as pairing it with the beautiful spirit of the Animal Oracle and the dice roll. So we're going to get right to it. And since the Light Seers Tarot is the first, that's the one we're going to begin with today. I'm going to set these two out of the way for now, and we're going to open the box of the Light Seers Tarot, one of the most popular decks of the modern day. The cards, I've heard a lot of complaints about like the quality of the cards and stuff, and they are rather thin, and you can tell they're very flimsy, but that's quite all right. It doesn't really matter if you're really careful with the cards and you shuffle. Like, don't do that whole bridge thing they call it, where you fold the cards, or you warp the cards and kind of like that kind of thing. That's gonna mess up the cards a little bit more. But I've had this deck for years and it's still in great condition, and such beautiful illustrations and everything on it. So we're gonna see what it shares first. My 1 2 3 1 2 3 way of shuffling. I'm not doing that today, just gonna do this. And I really do want to thank the cards and thank our guides and everything for giving me a voice to share with you, to give us the inspiration, insight, empowerment, and even caution that they might want to give to us. There's nothing specific being asked. We're not even doing the present future advice thing. I just want to see what these cards want to share with us, and that's the beauty of how I do tarot. It's to empower and inspire you. It isn't to fill you with doubt or an anxiety or worry and stuff. It's just to lift you up and make you know how awesome you are. If you've been following me on the socials lately, there's been some major, I only do single card readings for most of the time. Full moons and new moons, I do spreads and stuff like that. But the cards that have been coming up, it's like the Star, the Ace of Wands, like all these cards of like empowerment and telling you that you're enough, that you can make those dreams come true. As I talk, shuffling the cards and all that good stuff. So we should just like get done with it. There we go. I'm going to take it and cut it in threes so we can get a little bit more shuffled. And then we'll fan them out and see which card wants to come up for us today. It's this guy right here that's like, it's not really even like sticking out, but it's just calling to me. So that's the one I'm going to pick. And it is, the 5 of Pentacles. What's interesting is when I first got this deck out, when I was showing it to you, this was the card that was on the bottom right there. So it kind of was like, I don't know if alluding to this or what, or foreshadowing it. I think that's the right word, that this card was coming up. But it's not a card that we enjoy seeing. This is a card of financial loss, or at the very least fear of that financial loss. And with the expenses, how expensive everything is anymore, come on, gasoline around here locally has been above $3 for years now, and I'm sure like in bigger cities and stuff it's even more. Like milk, eggs, all of that, like the simple necessities of life cost so much anymore that just a trip to the grocery store for like 5 things will end up being $100 or something like that. So we're all probably feeling this on some level from day to day. You can see the girl in the illustration, she's very much feeling this too, down on her luck, worried about it, can't even see that the key to her answers and the key to free herself from this is right beside her, because she feels so down on her luck. 5 of Pentacles, it's the halfway point of the suit of earthly happiness and financial success, which means our problems can go either way. Maybe not the word problems, but our situations can go either way. We can, lose more money if we're not careful about things, and we can make more money if we're able to change those mindsets and believe we can achieve it. The card prior to this one in the sequence is the 4 of Pentacles. Now that's the card of holding on to our money for a rainy day. I always like put it as, if you put $5 away a day, save that up for 365 days, look back on it a year, like make a little like a little shoebox, wrap it up, put a little hole in the top of the lid so you can't open it. That's the point of wrapping it. And put like $5 in it every single day. Now, if you do that for a year and you go back in a year and you look at it, you'll have $1,825. add a little bit more to it, and that money's going to keep going up. So if you were to do that, you wouldn't find yourself necessarily down on your luck with the Five of Pentacles here. But if you are down on your luck here, then that money that you've put away, that could help you. That's what it means when it's saved it for a rainy day. Now, the halfway point of the suit of financial success and earthly fulfillment, appearing here, kind of says we've all been in that situation before. We've likely been in it. We probably will be in it again, if we can't keep our eyes looking at things that we don't necessarily need and purchasing them. Trust me, I'm guilty of this as well. I think we all are at some level. But the Five of Pentacles appearing here, it reminds you that change and transformation, that is the energy of that five, and you have the power to change your situation for the better if you want, to transform it into something more. If she were to look up, she would see that key right there is the key to opening that door. She has the keys to what she needs to achieve. She has the keys to the future that she wants to create. She just has to stop looking at the negative, just as we have to stop looking at the negative and stop worrying about the financial woes of life, and really be able to pick up the key to unlock the door and change our situations for the better. And the first way to do that is to feel comfortable in our own skin, to feel grounded and believe in our power to create, or to change our lives for the better and create something better than we had before. So that is the Light Seers Tarot. That is its answer, or our message from there. It'll be interesting to see. We're going to move to the Muse Tarot next. You have it right here. And it would be funny to see the Five of Pentacles come up in this deck too. And then we probably would have a little bit to worry about, just that focus on money woes and all that. But we'll see. That's a 1 in 78 chance of it coming up. There's so many different answers in this deck, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful deck. I love the way that they've changed the names of the suits in this deck. Usually it's like really complicated. It's like, how does this even make sense? But this one's kind of more of the elements, and I think it's a really cool little feature that we don't see in many decks. We had the Five of Pentacles right there. That is our first answer. And as we thank our guides and ask our guides for the more inspiration as we move forward, we'll see what the Muse Tarot, also created by Chris-Anne, has to share with us. Okay, I think that is enough of that, and I gotta do that 1, 2, 3 thing because I just feel like doing it. And there we go, and fan them out. We'll see which one wants to come up for us. See how this one is like popping up, and there's a little secret one right there, and I'm going to take that one. And it is the Queen of Voices. Voices is the suit of air in this deck, so the suit of swords. So the Queen of Swords, we know this card, we've experienced this card because we've also experienced much pain in our lives. Probably more than once in our lives, something has come to an end. We've lost someone important to us. We've experienced pain and loss in our lives prior to when we're watching this now. Following the Five of Pentacles we have over here, it could be that financial loss that our minds have always been focused on. Perhaps like growing up, we didn't have that much money, that we're always like scraping for things. I see a little spot right there and it's like sparkles and I don't know what it is, but it's not coming off. So maybe it's just part of the card. That's interesting. But life, like maybe growing up, like our parents didn't make enough money, or we felt like we were always looking for something, and people at our schools or something had more money than we do. I like the fact like she's looking over at this character, so it seems that pain that she's focusing on is from a situation similar to this. Never feeling like we were enough or we had enough has caused this pain and heartbreak and just mental, what's the word I'm looking for? Mental loss and mental woe and stuff like that. Like mental agony. There we go. Mental agony that we didn't have enough or we weren't good enough, and it's just we're always focused on that pain and that negativity. Even the Queen of Swords, or Queen of Voices, or Queen of Swords, she's the one, like in the Rider-Waite Smith, she's looking forward. She has her sword and she's learned from those experiences of her past, and it's made her stronger in the present. Our Queen of Voices, or Queen of Swords here, though, she looks back at this card over here. She looks at her past, it seems, and she's trying to learn what that past can teach her. So in our own lives, if we're feeling down on our luck, financially unsuccessful, worried about loss of money or something like that, the Queen of Voices over here says, well, how can we take that and how can we lead with that? How can we change our situations and really find the confidence to really trust our minds and change and transform our lives for the better? The Queen of Voices, like we see here easily, Five of Pentacles, that is the halfway point of the suit of the mind. Queens of the court, just as the rest of the courts, they don't necessarily have numbers connected to them. But if we see them as the next step after the 10, we can easily find a number attached to them. Pages would be the 11 because they follow right after the 10. 10. Knights would be the 12 because, you know, they follow the pages, and queens would take up that 13. 13 is the number of death of the major arcana, as well as combine the 1 and 3, we have the 4 of the strong foundation of the end and the emperor. So this mindset that we are not good enough to achieve our financial goals, that we're always going to be down in our luck, worrying about where that next paycheck's going to be, worrying if we're going to be able to make the credit card payments or the car payments or something like that because situations are negative. The Queen of Swords, or I keep wanting to say Queen of Swords, clearly Queen of Voices, but it is Queen of Swords. She says, like, there's potential there. We can lead with it. 1 and 3, we have to let that, we have to begin seeing our creative potential. We have to leave that doubt, that mindset that we aren't good enough, that we're always going to be down in our luck. We have to let that die so we can have the confidence and really lead with that confidence and lead with logic as well, that we can and will change our situations for the better. Again, begin creating that strong foundation that you want, that financially successful idea that you have. Trust it, trust your mind, and trust yourself, and look away from the pain of the past, because you're learning the lessons it has to teach you, and you can make your future what you want it to be. Queen of Voices, looking back at that girl there, it's like, I've been there, I've done that, but today I know I've changed my life for the better. I'm stronger because I've dealt with that situation. I'm stronger because I am who I am today, and I've learned the lessons that past has to teach me. And of course, you've got all the crows and everything here. Crows, well, I'm Cosmic Crow Tarot, so I have an obsession with crows. But we will talk about the crows and how intelligent they are, because crows, ravens, corvids in general are some, if not the most intelligent birds and some of the most intelligent animals in the world. They know how to make tools to get what they want. They know how to get humans to help them get what they want too. Like, they'll drop a nut in front of a car and that car will crush it, and then they can have whatever inside the nut that they wanted to eat. So those kind of silly little examples there, it reminds you that, like, you can change your situations, you make tools, you learn from experiences, and you can make something better than you have before. So lead with logic. The Queen of Voices tells us if we want to get out of the situation and change our lives for them better, like, instead of being financially unsuccessful, changing our mindset to believe that we can be financially successful. We're going to move forward now. Last but certainly not least of the tarot decks that we're going to be sharing today is the Tarot of Curious Creatures, which is a really fun and whimsical deck, also created by Chris Ann here. So we're going to see what they have to add to our little message here. So far, we've got lead with logic and really learn from our past experiences if we are to change our lives for the better. See ourselves as those strong foundations and leave behind any negativity, any negative mindsets, and any fear that we might have that we're not financially successful. Believe that we can be, and we can change our situations for the better. Do the shuffling little thing a couple more times. Backs of these cards are beautiful as well, aren't they? I don't know, which one do you like the best? Like, this one's really pretty and really fun, and then this one, oh, look at those. They're very similar because you've got that triangle, and that triangle. You definitely can, or not triangle, diamond, my bad. But you've got all those same symbols, so you know this is like, it's a little nod that Chris Ann created these decks. That's the backs that she had. They're all different colors, they're all different illustrations, but they're very much still her work and her artistry and her creative talents. So whatever card wants to connect with the Five of Pentacles here and the Queen of Voices, that is what we're looking for, and we greatly appreciate whatever that might be. We're going to do that cut little deck thing again really quickly. If I can pick up the cards over the other cards. Don't want to take that card with us. There we go. And fan them out. And I see one over here just kind of sticking up. I love when the cards stick up because it's always like, pick me, pick me. Pull the cards back, and what do we have? Ooh, we have the Two of Cups, the card of emotionally fulfilling partnerships. Now, when we say emotionally fulfilling partnerships, we often think about the lovers and like situations like that, like romantic partnerships, romantic relationships. But that doesn't have to be the case. And in this particular reading, I don't think that is the case at all. The Two of Cups, like I said, emotionally fulfilling partnerships. That 2 is a number of choices, partnerships, intuition, thought process, kindness, compassion, empathy, balance, and all that good stuff. It's a very, very important number. And, you know, it kind of connects here too because we have all those numbers, 2, 4, and 5. That's the numbers that we have connected here. But the Two of Cups appearing with the rest of these says, you know, other people have been in these situations. these situations where they've been down on our luck, feeling like they're not financially successful, worrying about money because things, life is expensive. It really is. Living in society, well, it just costs a whole lot of money to survive now, doesn't it? So that issue and that situation, we're not the only ones that have been there. And that is the beauty of the Five of Pentacles that we started with. When we feel down on our luck, like there's nowhere to turn, that's when we find the people that we really connect with, our soul families, the ones that have been there too. So that brings us over to the Two of Cups, that the partnerships, the emotionally fulfilling partnerships, the ones that have the same mindsets, the same goals, and the same ideas that we perhaps have that can help us grow those ideas into something more. So connecting to the Queen of Swords here and the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Cups kind of gives me the idea that the logic way forward is to find that person that just seems to understand us. Find the person that has been in that situation and has made something better from it, or find someone that's in that situation now and work together to get ourselves out of that situation. Now, the Queen of Voices, she is considered the widow of the cards, or at least the divorced woman of the cards. There is a Queen of, or a King of Swords, but, he's doing his own thing. She's doing her own thing. So she's kind of alone. But when she's thinking logically, she's really clearing her mind and trusting herself, then she can meet the people that have the same emotionally invested ideas and stuff, and they can work together and grow them. So I feel like that's what the Two of Cups is over here to say. Think logically, yes, but let your heart suggest, follow your heart and listen to your heart and let your heart find someone that might have been in this situation too and help you change the situation for the better. You've heard the saying, two heads are better than one. Two heads could perhaps come up with a really, really financially successful idea and help us get it off the ground. Because let's say for the lack of any, just an idea just out of nowhere, we can say that we have this really great idea and it becomes extremely successful, and the success is so overwhelming, we need somebody else on our side. So that Two of Cups, that person, perhaps they're our husband or our wife or our significant other, perhaps it's a stranger that we just met along the street when we were sitting there down on our luck, with her head in her hands. It's someone that stopped by and said, do you need help? What's wrong? Can I help you get through it? Perhaps putting those ideas together, telling them our problems, communicating our problems might help us in order to grow this idea, and might have that person have our backs when it becomes successful. Now, this is emotionally fulfilling partnerships, and I need to point out that the most emotionally fulfilling partnership that one can have in their lives is the one they have with themselves. This is the person looking back in the mirror at you. So the Queen of Swords, she's alone. The Five of Pentacles, she's alone. But they're not alone. When they really take the time to look within, they trust and love themselves. RuPaul, as he says at the end of every single Drag Race episode, is if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? Love yourself first so you can trust yourself when it comes to making those external partnerships. So perhaps taking that time to look within and coming to love the person and the skin you're in, loving your higher self, loving who you are on the inside, can help you get out of that situation as well and help you clear your mind so you can let your mind lead you to where you want to be. That is our card reading here with the beautiful, beautiful artwork from Chris Ann, aka Pixie Curo. I will leave a link in the description below to her Instagram account so you can follow her, you can see her decks and everything like that. These are mass market decks, so they're very much available, I believe. They're awesome, awesome decks. And all the quality of the cards, they're very similar. I think this one is actually thicker than these two. So, these two kind of feel the same, and this one's a little bit thinner. But again, if you shuffle them carefully, it's not a big deal. And don't let other people that don't care about your decks necessarily touch them, and they'll be okay too. We're not quite done yet. That's the tarot card reading. I usually do the bottom of the deck, but we only have 3 bottoms of the deck. So we're going to skip that. And I'm going to go right to the Spirits of the Animal Oracle. I opened the box before I showed you what it was. These cards, even if you want to shuffle them like a normal person, fancy poker shuffling, playing card shuffling, good luck with that. I've seen one person do it my entire existence of having this deck. He actually did it last week when I did a festival, and it was really impressive actually. But I'm not that kind of person. I definitely don't want to do it. So we're just going to do like we did before, and whenever animal wants to come up, that is our message. Now I will be sharing what the guidebook says about this deck, because yeah, I might have tarot cards down memorized, but oracle cards definitely not. I think it's important to know what the artist was thinking when they created the Oracle decks. That's why I like the little white books and everything that come with decks as well, because the artist was thinking something when they created the cards, and it's important that we know it as well. So we're going to shuffle just a little bit more, cut the deck, and see which one wants to come up. So far, we have the Five of Pentacles, down in our luck. Think logically to get ourselves out. Let the doubt and the anxiety die. Let the feelings that we aren't good enough die, so we can see ourselves and feel that confidence we need, so we can find the partnerships that help us change our situations and come to love who we are. We're going to fan these out right over it if I can. Yeah, that's the one. It was like splitting right there, so that's the one I want. Ooh, and it's the Fox and Clever. We get all of these out of the way so we can just focus on the Fox and Clever. First thing that comes to mind is they're sneaky and they get their situations like fixed and clear. There we go. And it says Fox and Clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you, and be open to romance. So this very much does connect back with that. Always listen to your instincts. Instincts with the Queen of Swords there. Resources surround you. She's got the key. She can open the door and be open to romance. Hey, there's the Two of Cups. That card that we talked about could be romance, but doesn't necessarily have to be romance. Got to find it here in the guidebook. There we go. And here's what it shares. The beautiful fox is recognized for cleverness and cunning throughout the world. They have mastered the art of camouflage. They have the ability to remain invisible and observe life undetected. If fox is your power animal, you will share these traits along with quick wit, playfulness, and family loyalty. You will also be a good problem solver and easily think of new, inventive solutions. Fox asks you to be watchful of others and note their actions rather than their words. Fox has a strong sense of smell and sharp eyesight. These skills alert fox people to unpleasant and even dangerous situations. Give yourself the permission to slip away from things that don't look, smell, or feel right. If fox is your totem, you have a strong intuition and discernment. You have a clever mind and are difficult to deceive. Listen to yourself more than others and stay on track. You will never be happy if you let others control you. Fox is a creature with a strong sexual presence and expression. They are great with their kids, which are pups, and loyal to their mates. Fox people are natural night dwellers. The dusk starts their day and dawn is its end. Fox owns time of dreams and magic, and they easily travel between the worlds. When fox is your totem, you have everything you need to live a protected, loved, and magical life. So yes, have that cleverness, having that cunningness. And of course, they're night dwellers for taking that time at night to really sit with your thoughts and really trust yourself. Like, be a creature of the night and really think of all your ideas and your dreams and trust yourself. Again, you are swift and smart. You can overcome this. You have that strong, capable mind that can lead you. And when you have that strong partnership with yourself, when you believe in yourself, then you can find the other people that can help you change your situation as well, because you trust yourself and your intuition. Now, last but certainly not least is this thing that I really, really enjoy doing, because it's so random. It's so it's unique, but it's not, because I mean, it's just dice. It's simple dice. You can buy them at the dollar store. You can buy them at the game store. You can buy them at Walmart. It's just a simple thing of dice. I use 3 of them because I can use 5 of them. It doesn't matter. You can use 1. It doesn't matter. And I just enjoy it because I don't know anybody else that does it. So here's what the dice roll wants to share. Let's put the queen. Let's do that. Yeah. That way you can see everything, and we'll roll the dice right on top of these to see what they have to add to complete our reading today. There we go. 1, 2, and 5. That combines to make 8. 8 is the number of success and wealth, but we'll get there. 1 is the magician of the major arcana. It's taking those ideas and running with it. Fake it till you make it if you have to. If you want to change your situation, then you need to begin believing that you can. Whatever you want to achieve, whatever you want to create in your life, you have to begin with an idea and take that action on that idea to change your situation for the better. 2 is the number, the 2 of cups we had over here. The high priestess, intuition, trusting that intuition. As I said, kindness, compassion, empathy, thought process, choices, balance, And I'm probably missing something there, but it doesn't matter. The best partnership we can have in our lives is making the choice to trust our higher selves, have compassion for ourselves, and have compassion for others, because they have been in those situations too. So make the choice to believe in ourselves. Again, following the one there, taking action on our ideas, but thinking everything through as we take those ideas and do something with them, to take those ideas and change our lives for the better, transforming them into the ones that we truly want to live. 5, that takes us right back to the card that we began with, change and transformation, the number of the Hierophant. Think for yourself, follow the path that feels right to you, and just believe that you have what it takes. Changing that mindset to find the confidence you need to change your life for the better and change your situation for the better. You and you only have the power to do that. When you begin believing that you can and trust yourself and your intuition and your higher voice to change your situation for the better. 1, 2, and 5, that combines to make the number of success and wealth, strength or justice, depending on which deck we're asking. I think all of these are strength, but strength and justice go hand in hand. We have to have internal strength if we are to be fair to ourselves, and we have to be fair to ourselves in order to find that internal strength. And also find that strength to go and go until we find the success that we desire, to find that success that we deserve. So whatever your situation is, if you're feeling down on your luck today, you're watching this, think logically and you clear that mind and learn from those experiences, you are going to be able to change your situation for the better. That's why the 5 of Pentacles is the halfway point. That means it can go either way, but when you have that confidence, when you have that strong mind, you can make it go the positive way and find the success and wealth that makes everything better. Then we have the 2 of Cups, that is the partnerships, and make that partnership with your higher self. Find the ones that have that emotional investment and the ideas that are similar to you so you can grow them. Think about your things at night. Know that you are clever enough to change your situations, to know you're swift and smart enough to find the solutions to problems. They're easily found when you really trust yourself and believe in yourself. Begin believing in yourself. Begin making the choice to believe in yourself and thinking everything through and trusting your intuition, and know that above all, you have the power to change your situation, change your life, and transform it into the one that you love and enjoy. As always, I want to thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gives you the insight, inspiration, and empowerment that you need to make your life what you want it to be, change your life, and transform it for the better. If you want a reading with any of these decks, that is available on my website. I will put that link in the comments below. I'll put a link to my socials in the comments or the description below. I can do a reading just like this. You just let me know if that's what you want. But again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again in the next one.